Take a slow, deep breath. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Unclench your jaw. Allow your eyes to soften, or perhaps close them entirely, shutting out the visual noise of the world so you may see more clearly within. Imagine for a moment that you are standing on the edge of a vast, quiet forest. The air is cool and smells of damp earth and pine needles. Above you, the leaves whisper secrets to the wind, secrets that are ancient yet born anew in every second. Watch a single leaf detach from a high branch. It drifts downward, spiraling, dancing in the air. It does not struggle. It does not clutch at the branch, screaming, "I am a leaf of the oak, I must remain." It simply trusts the air. It surrenders to the pull of the earth. In that surrender, it is no longer just a leaf on a tree. It becomes part of the wind, part of the forest floor, part of the cycle of all things. We are so often unlike that leaf. We spend our lives building a fortress of identity, brick by heavy brick. We gather our memories, our titles, our achievements, and our scars, and we glue them together with the sticky resin of attachment. We say, "This is who I am. I am a success. I am a failure. I am a mother. I am a lonely soul." We tell ourselves this story so many times that we mistake the story for the reality. We mistake the map for the territory. But what happens when the map is lost? Who are you when the story stops? There is an old legend told in the high mountains where the mist clings to the peaks like a soft white veil. It speaks of a weary traveller who sought the temple of the empty mirror. He carried with him a massive ornate trunk, strapped to his back with leather bands that dug deep into his skin. The trunk was filled with his journals, his trophies, his family crest, and heavy stones representing every grudge he had ever held. He climbed for days until he reached the summit, where an old Zen master sat by a fire that burned without smoke. The master looked at the traveller, sweating and bent double under the weight of his trunk. "Why do you carry such a burden?" the master asked, his voice like the sound of dry leaves shifting. "This is me," the traveller gasped. "These are my memories, my history, my proof that I exist. Without this trunk, I would be nothing." The master smiled, a smile as open as the sky. "Put it down," he whispered, "just for a moment." Terrified, the traveller unbuckled the straps. The trunk hit the ground with a heavy thud that shook the dust. The traveller stood up straight for the first time in years. He felt the cool mountain breeze touch the sweat on his back. He felt the blood return to his limbs. He looked at the master, feeling a sudden, terrifying lightness. "Without my story?" the traveller asked, his voice trembling. "Who am I?" The master did not answer with words. He pointed to the mountain stream flowing nearby. "Look at the water," he said. "When it rushes over the rocks, it froths and turns white. When it settles in the pool, it becomes clear and still. When it rises as mist, it becomes a ghost. But it is always water. It does not need a name to be wet. It does not need a shape to flow. This is the illusion of the self. We believe we are the shape of the wave, forgetting we are the ocean. We believe we are the candle, forgetting we are the fire. Let us sit with this image. Visualize a candle burning in a dark, quiet room. Watch the flame. It flickers, dances, stretches tall, then bows low. Is the flame of this moment the same as the flame of a moment ago? It is changing constantly, consuming wax, turning into heat and light. It is a process, not a solid thing. You too are a process. You are a flowing river of sensations, thoughts and perceptions. But the I you cling to is a statue you are trying to build in the middle of that rushing water. No wonder we are tired. It is exhausting to hold a statue still in a rushing current.
When you release the story called me, you do not disappear. You expand. Think of the empty space in a room. We focus on the furniture, the chairs, the tables, the decorations. These are like our personality traits. But what makes the room useful? It is the space. Without the emptiness, there is no room for life to happen. When you let go of the furniture of the ego, you become the space. You become the silence that holds the sound. You become the sky that holds the clouds. The Taoist sages speak of the uncarved block, wood in its natural state, before it is shaped into a tool or a vessel. When we are born, we are the uncarved block, limitless potential. Then the world carves us. Be smart, be strong, be quiet. We become limited tools. To find peace, we must return to the uncarved block. We must unlearn. Breathe in deeply now. Imagine you are breathing in the vast blue emptiness of the sky. Breathe out. Imagine you are breathing out the heavy grey smoke of your definitions. Let go of the need to be good. Let go of the fear of being bad. Let go of the need to be right. When you stop holding on to who you think you should be, you are free to be who you are. And who you are is not a word. It is a presence. It is the awareness that hears these words. It is the consciousness that feels the warmth of your hands. There is a profound paradox in this surrender, a secret whispered by the Buddhas across the ages. When you stop looking for yourself, you find yourself. When you let go of control, everything falls into place. When you stop holding on, the moment stays. When you become nothing, you are free to become everything. It is like the reflection of the moon in a lake. If you try to grab the moon, you only disturb the water and the image shatters. But if you sit still, if you stop grasping, the water settles and the moon returns, perfect and whole, resting in the depths. The illusion of the self is a cage made of thoughts. I like this. I hate that. I want. I fear. These thoughts are like clouds passing across the sun. They are real clouds, yes, but they are not the sun. You are the light behind the clouds. You are the witness. When you walk through the world without the heavy armor of the self, you walk lightly. You do not take offense, because there is no rigid target to be hit. You do not feel pride, because you know the talent flows through you, not from you. You become transparent to the beauty of the world. The song of the bird is not outside you. It arises within your field of awareness. The wind on your skin is not separate from you. It is a sensation happening within you. The boundary between in here and out there begins to dissolve like morning fog under the rising sun. Rest in this openness. Feel the peace of having nothing to defend, nothing to prove, and nowhere to go. You are already here. You are already whole. The story was just a story. The silence, that is the truth. If this journey into silence has brought a moment of peace to your day, or if you felt the weight of your own story lift even for a second, please consider supporting this channel. It allows us to continue weaving these moments of calm and sharing this ancient wisdom with all who seek the light. Thank you for walking this path with us.